Hey guys, I know it's been a while. Where did you disappear to? Anyway, first off, thank you for clicking on this video, for being patient, for still being here. I thought by the time I come back I would have like 1 subscriber left, but a lot of you held on and waited patiently for me to come back. I've had a lot on my heart lately, and today I just want to talk about it honestly, no overthinking it, just plain honesty. So why did I leave YouTube? Without wasting so much time, why did I leave YouTube? So originally, I've been on YouTube since January last year. Yeah, we are more than a year on YouTube. Who would have thought? Yeah. So I've been on YouTube since January last year, and sometime in December last year I decided that I really needed a quick break. And originally it was planned to be like a 1-month break, just a little breather to reset. I had a lot going on in my life. I had exams and I felt like I couldn't serve more than one master at a time, so I just had to push YouTube to the side and focus on other parts of my life that I felt had more priority at that time. So it was meant to just be like one quick break, but as that month passed, something unexpected happened. I started to see things clearly, a little bit more clearly. I started to see myself a bit more clearly, and that clarity made me realize something that was hard to admit. Yeah, somewhere along the line I had lost sight of why I even started this channel in the first place. Starting YouTube for me was meant for it to be a creative outlet. YouTube was meant to be my creative outlet, my safe space, a place to connect, a space to share, express and create. I remember those early days, editing, uploading with no expectations, feeling proud even if I had just one view, feeling proud of just putting something out there. But slowly and quietly it became less about expression and more about performance. I started to get carried away with views, growth, algorithm, trends. Yes, those thoughts started to make me put a lot of pressure on myself, and it sort of took away the creative bit. So I told myself I was just being strategic or ambitious, and there's nothing wrong with growth. But when your worth starts getting tied to numbers on the screen, it chips away at your joy, and that's exactly what was happening to me. What initially started off more or less like a passion project turned into pressure. The creative freedom I used to love began to feel like a checklist. Upload consistency, I wanted to be more consistent, even though I wasn't even succeeding at being consistent. Had to get hooked in the first 30 minutes. My first line has to be very, very captivating. What's my watch time? Oh, I need to hit the watch time and get monetized. Oh, how many watch time hours do I have? How many views do I have from this video? I was constantly comparing myself with other creators who I felt were growing faster, doing more and going more viral. And the funny thing is that at that time I didn't realize how much it was affecting me until I stepped away. And let me tell you, stepping away felt like exhaling for the first time in months. During this break I reconnected with things I hadn't felt in a long time. Stillness, yeah. Presence. I started to read again, creating without pressure of posting. And for the first time in a long time, I asked myself, what kind of life do I really want to build? My YouTube what I was creating started to feel quite superficial. I delved into skincare, and I felt I was getting myself boxed into that skincare thingy, and reflecting on my life and what I really want, I felt that was too superficial. YouTube for me was more than skincare. I know skincare will give me the views, will give me the quick growth, but what I want to be associated with, what I really want to be associated with is beyond beauty. Of course, beauty is important. Yeah, we need to glow, we have to look slayed. Yeah, but I want to be more than beauty. I want to be more than that. I want to be more impactful in other areas of my life. And I also thought of how to incorporate what I do 9 to 5 into this channel. For many of you who do not know, I am a psychiatrist, and I felt like there are a lot of people I can impact with the knowledge I have in psychiatry and mental health generally. So I wanted this channel to become more wholesome. We will talk about beauty, but we would also talk about other things, and even if those things do not give me the fast growth I want on YouTube, do not give me the watch time hours, do not give me the views, that's all right. I realize I don't want a life that's dictated by algorithms. I don't want to trade my authenticity for attention. I don't want to constantly chase becoming viral at the cost of my own peace. What I do want is to create from a place of truth, to share things that matters to me, and I also feel will be impactful to you guys. Someone who adds meaning, not just noise, not just superficial things or vain things to the internet. And that takes more than strategy, it takes intention. So I gave myself permission to take a longer break, and it was scary, honestly. I was worried I'd be forgotten. I was worried people would unsubscribe and move on. But here's the wild part. I didn't feel lost without YouTube. I felt more like myself. I felt I needed that break to figure out what I really want. During this time, I learned that silence can be sacred, that your value doesn't disappear when you stop producing, that real creativity flows from rest and not burnout. I remembered why I started YouTube in the first place, not to go viral, but to be real, to be human, to share my story in the hopes that it might help you with yours. And that's something I want to return to, but in a new way. So where do we go from here? I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. I'm going to probably create slower but more soulfully, something that really resonates with me. I want to share content that feels alive, even if it's not trending. I want to have real conversations, even if the algorithm doesn't favor it. And if that means growing slower, that's okay, because I'd rather grow with purpose than grow with pressure. And if you're watching this and you ever felt that same pressure, whether it's on social media, in your job, in your life, I want you to know something. You are allowed to pause. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to step away and come back different. Because sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is walk away so that we can come back with clarity. So to those of you who stayed, who even sent messages, who didn't really pressure me to hurry back, thank you so much. You reminded me that the real connection doesn't disappear when the content stops, and that means more than you know. So thank you so much. Moving forward, this channel might look a little different. It might be slower, things might be a bit slower, things might be quieter or less polished sometimes, but it will be true, and it's the kind of content I want to create. So we're not going to be completely leaving skincare. For those of you who followed me for my skincare content, we're not going to be leaving skincare completely, but we're going to be incorporating other things and make this channel more wholesome. The way I want to feel wholesome in life, and I want this channel to represent that. And I also hope that you guys, by watching my content, you would also feel that way and resonate with the things I start to share. So thank you for being part of this evolution with me. Yes, the new beginning. If you've ever taken a break to come back stronger, I'd love to hear your story in the comments. Let's keep this space real and rooted. So I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.